Hello everyone, welcome back to Gracefully Gwen. In today's video, I'm going to do some cleaning as well as some fruit restock, produce restock. But first I needed to clean my kitchen, so I'm just getting home from taking my 3 children to childcare, and my other 3 are home with me, and I'm just gonna clean the kitchen. I've already washed some dishes, so I'm just really putting dishes away, but then I found some other dishes, like some things I needed to get rid of out of my refrigerator, and then just some other items that I need to clean. So I'm gonna clean up and then head to the grocery store. I didn't do a deep clean really because I kind of recently cleaned my refrigerator out, so but there's always something that can splash or spill in the refrigerator, especially when you have kids. So there were some areas that I needed to tidy up before restocking them. So you'll see some of that, but I hope you all enjoy this video, and let's just get into it. Also, y'all, I am really on a mission to lose my baby weight. I didn't realize how big my stomach was until I watched this bag, so I'll definitely be sharing some of the recipes that I'll be using. I just had my 6th child. He is now 4 months old, so 4 months postpartum, and I'm just not used to this. Now, I did have my children pretty close together. My closest 2 are 14 months apart, and then the others. I'm very excited. It's really cute. I wish it was a little bit more sturdy, and to be honest, I just got the cheapest one because I just wanted to try it. I do have silicone baking pans, but yeah, this one is very flimsy, but it'll still get the job done. I'll just put it on a baking dish or a baking pan. What do you call it? A pan. I'll just put it on a pan before I put them in the oven. But yeah, I'm excited. Yes, I really just want to start making like the egg bites. I've made them before, but I've been using the individual silicone cupcake holders. So I wanted to buy one that could hold 24, so that's what I brought. And I just was showing you all that there. But yeah, I'm definitely doing more high protein meals as well as going back to exercising. I've been really kind of putting it off, but y'all, I have to lose weight, not just because it's healthy and it'll be good for me, but I also want to fit into my clothes a little bit better. Breastfeeding, I feel like, yes, I can lose weight, but I think, just with age and getting older, I'm not losing the weight as much as I would like to. I feel like I'm very bloated a lot of the times as well. I probably have diastasis recti. I don't think I said that right, but hopefully you all know what I'm talking about. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I have that. I have not measured myself this time around, but I usually measure to see how many fingers I could fit, and I have not measured. So I'll probably do that in the very, very near future. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just continuing to clean up the kitchen. And please do stick around to see the recipe that I'm using today. I actually only ate the chicken. I didn't feel like doing veggies, so that ended up changing what I was going to cook. This is a scraper that I got to help wipe the windows or the glass in my house. And I did use that yesterday, so I was very excited about that. This video was recorded Thursday. I just didn't get a chance to edit it, so that's why I'm trying to push it out today, Saturday. And yeah, I'm just cleaning out the pantry now. I want to really clean my pantry, which I'll be doing that soon because I need to get in here. It's not terrible, but I just want to reorganize it. I do believe that organizing helps, especially when you have small children. It helps you as well as them, but it helps my mental state when the house is clean. Now, of course, I can't clean 24/7, especially having smaller children, but it helps when, especially the most needed areas, the areas that need the most attention, like the kitchen, the bathrooms, my room, when those areas are clean, it helps me a lot, and it helps the children out a lot as well. And then we also clean their rooms. We try to clean them nightly. Getting back to that, so you'll be seeing that all as well. But in this video, I'm mostly just trying to get my kitchen together so that I can restock some of the items. These were in a regular basket, and then I just decided to put them back into this rotating basket because I wanted to put my utensils, my extra utensils that we got from our Sam's Club haul, into these baskets, just to make it a little bit easier so I wouldn't have to leave them in the big box that they came in. I just wanted to put them into these individual baskets. And you see this basket I'm putting those into, that basket came from Dollar Tree, and then the other ones came from Target. One thing about having organization bins is that you can repurpose them for whatever you need them for, and this is how they look in the pantry. And now my kitchen is somewhat clean. I'm about to head out to the grocery store. The dishes are drying. I do have the trash bags in the corner, and now we're at the grocery store. My focus today is mostly to get some fruit. I have my 2 homeschoolers with me and my 4-month-old, so we're just gonna get some fruit and some other veggies just to carry us for a little while. Having a large family, things can go very quickly. So I try to get the most important things, and they love fruit. So now we're back home and going into the house. This is mostly what I got, and I'll be showing you all everything that I did purchase just to carry us through, because we did have some leftover fruits and a good amount of veggies, but I just needed to get some extra stuff. So I'm going to wipe the dishes that are on the counter. Our dishwasher is not working properly right now, and really I just need to clean out the dishwasher, which I'll be doing that next week. Just clean out the dishwasher so I could just let the dishes air dry in there. But I also like doing it like this because it kind of forces me to clean them and put them up right away instead of waiting. But either way works, right? So whatever works. My kids wanted to make lunch, so I'm going to cut up lettuce first. So I washed off my lettuce and cut it so my son could make his wrap. My daughter likes tomatoes, so I cut up tomatoes for her. And she also had lettuce with her wrap. She didn't want any meat, but my son wanted his with bacon. So I normally wash my fruit with, I just bought a spray, but I'm still going to use baking soda as well. So I normally, especially with strawberries, I'll put the baking soda in the strawberry water first, and then mix it up, and then I'll add my strawberries. And then I also sprayed the spray on the strawberries. And I did 2 batches of strawberries just because I had 4 of the little containers. And so I did it like that. And then I'm also going to do grapes. I like to pull my grapes off. It just makes it easier, especially when pulling out a snack for the kids. Because they are younger, it just makes it easier. So my homeschoolers and I pulled the grapes off. There were some little stems left, and so I had to go through after I finished washing the grapes and take them off. But yeah, that's just kind of what we did this time around. And I'm making a salad for myself. This lettuce wasn't the greatest, so I just salvaged what I could. And now my son has wrapped his wrap, and he asked me to cut it for him. It wasn't the best wrap, but, he didn't mind. He ate it just fine. So that's what matters. Okay, so I've already started washing fruit. And I got some more strawberries. Some green peppers, some tomatoes, more cheese just because, black beans, pineapples, I got 4 of those, pineapple juice, broccoli, I got some sweet bell peppers, some broccoli, lime, lemon, apples. Oh, I said lime. These are avocados. The lime is over here, and just a little bit more juice. So I'm just gonna put all this stuff up. Oh, I got more grapes as well. Oh, and some jalapenos. So I'm just gonna wash all of this. My kids are making their lunch. I'm making a salad. And I have my bag that I throw stuff away in. These are grapes that I got yesterday. My husband likes fruit jars, so I'm gonna make him some fruit jars, and I'm just gonna leave. I got these jars from Walmart. It was like 4 for $5. Not that they were cute. I like the rigid look too, so they worked out well last week for him. And it's Wednesday, but I'm sure he'll still be able to use them. So yeah, I'm just gonna start putting this stuff up. My son really wanted to cut strawberries, and so I told him he could cut strawberries, and now I'm cutting tomatoes just for salads or for sandwiches if we want to have sandwiches. As you can see, I'm putting the tomatoes on my daughter's wrap as well as in my salad, and then we'll also have some for the rest of the week. I just try to do this just to get it out of the way so I don't have to stop and cut strawberries, or not strawberries, I'm sorry, tomatoes. But yeah, it just helps with meal preps as well, especially if I'm trying to eat healthier. My husband also loves tomatoes, so it helps with that as well. And now I'm cutting up my daughter's wrap, and she basically just had tomatoes with lettuce and some ranch, some cheese. So yeah, that's what she had. And my son, again, wanted you all to see him cutting the strawberries for me. And I'm glad that they like to help. It'll help them as they get older in life, and it also helps me around the house when I need to complete tasks, if I do have help with certain projects, especially when I'm trying to get as much done as I'm trying to get done in a day for our family. Grace helped me put up some of the other fruit. She just grabbed the container out of the refrigerator because she already knows where it goes. And here's Christian. He wanted to hang out because he was a little fussy. He didn't really want to nurse, so I just put him on me and we continued. And now here's the finished look of the fruit that's in the refrigerator and containers. I wanted to make some coffee because I just needed some coffee. I needed a pick-me-up, so I'm going to drink my coffee and then finish, because now I'm going to clean out some of the areas that I'll be using to restock. And this is one of them. This is where I put my fruit jars for the kids, and then I'll also be making fruit jars for Bill. They're smaller fruit jars. I like to keep strawberries, grapes, and pineapples stocked in the larger jars because my kids never get tired of them. They kind of rotate which ones they want each day. One of my daughters, she loves grapes almost every day, and then when we run out of grapes, she'll want the other fruit, but she loves grapes, and so that's a good thing. Sometimes she'll prefer grapes over actual dinner, and I'm like, no, you have to eat some food too, but it's a good thing they love fruit. I do like to put paper towels in the bottom of the containers. I forgot to do it for the strawberries, but it didn't matter because my kids are going to eat those very quickly anyway. But I did remember for the grapes, so I was happy about that. But yeah, I do try to put paper towels in the bottom of each jar. I don't do it for the pineapples because we do use the pineapple juice in dishes sometimes, so I don't really necessarily put, and I just feel like pineapples have a lot of natural juice anyway at the bottom, so it's really pointless to try to put a paper towel down there for the pineapples. But yeah, and lately I've just been using the cans. I have not been cutting pineapples. I'll probably do that eventually one day, but sometimes easier is just best. And so being that they love pineapples, I'll just buy the little cans with no sugar added, and they'll use those. And I got 4 cans this time. I put 3 cans in the jar, and then the last can I'm just going to use for my husband's fruit jars that he likes to eat. He doesn't really eat lunch right now. He'll just eat fruit for lunch, and so I'm just kind of filling it up. I left a little space because I saw that he had a melon in the fridge, but it turns out it wasn't the best melon, so he didn't end up using it. But I did leave a little bit of space for that melon just in case he wanted to use it. But he was very satisfied. He's actually already had one of his jars because he loves fruit jars. So I'm just making that for him right here. Now the jars are finished, and so I'm just going to put those in the fridge. First, I'm going to put some meat in our little tray. We've been enjoying having this tray. It makes it easier for the kids, especially my homeschoolers, when they're making their lunch to just pull the tray out. You saw Christian there trying to help me take the grapes off. Now I've picked up the other 3 children, so I have all 6 children home. My husband told me he would be working late, so at first I just pulled out some hot dogs for them, and I wasn't planning on cooking, but they weren't doing too bad, so I just ended up cutting up some chicken and making some mango pepper chicken for myself and my husband. But the kids did have some as well, so they actually had hot dogs as well as some pieces of the mango pepper chicken. Now, I didn't have any other side for this. I basically just had the mango pepper chicken and I put it on a wrap with some cheese. If I had leftover lettuce, I would have added lettuce as well. I really wanted to do a salsa, but being that my husband came home later and I didn't know he would be coming home later, I didn't prep as much as I would have if I would have known that he would have been coming home later. But it didn't matter, you know, I was still able to finish cooking this and I was very happy about that. So I basically just used salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, and then the mango pepper, which you'll see in a little bit. And it was so good. I've been using mango pepper in ground turkey bowls for us, and I basically season it the same. That's the mango pepper. I basically season it the same with some mesquite seasoning, but I didn't add mesquite seasoning this time, but that's normally what I do. And y'all, it was so good. That chicken was so good and juicy. I usually do smaller pieces of chicken, but I dropped a piece there. But yeah, I usually do smaller pieces of chicken. I didn't realize the paper towel was in the way, so that's why I moved it out. And but this time I did bigger chunks and it was just so much more juicier. My son Matthew, my 2-year-old, was playing with the lights, so I asked him a couple times to stop. Of course, he's 2, so he doesn't listen all the time, but he did eventually stop. But yeah, that's why the light is going on and off. But anyway, and it smelled so good. Like, the mango pepper smells so good on this chicken. This is a seasoning by Badia. You see I'm saying, like, pulling it all in. It smells so good. But yeah, I just added some extra virgin olive oil to my pan. This is an electric skillet. I love using this thing. I'm sorry, my former throat. But I love using it, especially when I'm cooking a large quantity of food. And being that we do have a big family, I use it quite often. It just depends on if I feel like using the air fryer multiple times or just getting it all done very quickly. So this was about 3 chicken breasts cut up, and yeah, it was a good amount. So I knew that using a regular frying pan wouldn't work, so I just used the skillet. My mom brought me this and I love it. I use it all the time. It didn't take long to cook it, about 10 to 15 minutes. I guess it just depends on how high you have it. But yeah, it was so good. I just added it to a 0-carb wrap. I sincerely apologize for all of the distractions in the background, but it's Saturday, my kids are home, so I just have to make 2. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm putting it on the wrap. The wrap was so good. And then we had a little bit of family time. My husband didn't get home till 8:30. I normally try to have my kids in the bed between 7:30 and 8, but it was just one of those nights, and it's so close to summer break, so I didn't mind them being up a little bit later tonight. But as you can see here, I'm holding my 4-month-old. My other 5 children are in the bed, and my husband is with them as they're going to sleep. And then my 4-month-old went to sleep, so I finished cleaning up the kitchen. I try to make sure the kitchen is clean every night, especially now more lately that my 4-month-old is getting older. I have a little bit more energy. If I can, I'll clean like right after everyone is finished eating, and my kids usually help with that. But being that it was just one of those nights that was a slightly different night, being that my husband didn't get home till much later, I didn't mind cleaning up by myself, because yeah, we just had a lot going on, and so I just ended up cleaning a little bit later. I do try to clean the kitchen as much as possible because it does make waking up the next morning so much easier, and it just puts me at peace when I go to sleep and my kitchen is clean. So I do try to clean up as much as possible. It also helps when I need to deep clean the kitchen if it's, you know, mostly clean. But I try to deep clean my kitchen once or maybe every other week, just depending on how busy we were and how much we use the kitchen. There are some weeks where I do all quick, easy meals. If I meal prep, that also helps with cleaning the kitchen, but I haven't been able to meal prep in a little while because my husband's schedule has been extremely busy, and with the homeschoolers, it's just been a lot going on, but hopefully I'll be able to do more over the summer. So stay tuned, and if you all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and join me for the journey as we do this all together, just trying to stay organized and have good homemaking habits. Thanks for watching. See you next time.